Sure.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to say thank you to you to be my guest today. I'm really feel honored for you to be here. You are also the president of Skoltech student. It's really great for interview with you. Okay, so let's go to the first question. So Salman, could you introduce yourself, please?
All right. Before starting, thank you for having me on your channel, and I hope you're doing well too. And yes, my name is Salman Ali Thepdawala, and I'm from Pakistan. And I'm a second-year master's student at Skoltech, studying space and engineering systems. So yes, that's pretty much about me.
Okay, thank you. So let's go to the next question. How is your student life in Skoltech? Could you share it?
Yes, sure. My student life since the very beginning at Skoltech, it's been great. I was the international representative, so we had tons of work in the student council. But besides that, Skoltech is good in a sense that the events office themselves, they organize tons of events for students. And besides that, then there's the student council. They have, some other charity events planned. So I was part of those events as well. So it was kind of engaging. So, you really have to manage your studies and your extracurricular activities as well. And then I was part of some clubs as well, not, full-time member, but, I just go for fun to play sports like volleyball and sometimes football. So it was kind of great. But now, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, everything has come to a standstill. So I would, from your platform, I would say that people who are interested in the degrees offered by Skoltech, you should definitely apply there, and it's gonna be fun. Let me assure you of that.
Wow, great. So okay, so now you study in Skoltech, and I believe that studying at Skoltech is really different from Pakistan, right? Yeah. So
yeah, it's
kind of, or maybe not so different. But could you share your student life when you was in Pakistan, and how it's different from Skoltech?
Right. So it kind of is different in the way, because now we are in professional, life. Since masters, it's kind of the studies, and as well as it's your first step towards the career. So things have to be a little more serious. In Pakistan, all my education is from Pakistan except one semester when I was in the United States on an exchange program. So it was in Pakistan, in the undergraduate, the courses, they are predetermined, so the students do not have a choice except in few courses. So it's kind of, the schedule is laid out for you. So you do not have any choice which course you want to take. So if you are into an aerospace program, there is a list of courses that you have to take, like you do not have any choice. In US and in Skoltech, not in other Russian universities, in Skoltech as well, you have the choice to, pick up the courses you want that you feel are relevant to your field of study. So that's one major difference. And secondly, I would say that I used to procrastinate a lot in undergraduate. Yes. And because it was because, so I was usually not full-time, but I used to play sports with my friends, video games. I used to go out, and I was also part of the student community in Pakistan as well, president of IST Literary and Cultural Society, and some other. We used to organize events as well. So it kind of have an effect on your studies if you do not manage it well. But obviously, things have to change when you step into the professional life. So I believe studying here at Skoltech, and obviously my supervisor is also of a great help here. So it was easier for me to manage as well here, because things are different. Because one major thing I believe is that Skoltech doesn't have undergraduate as of the moment, so things, they are pretty much smooth for everyone, because everyone here is either masters or PhD. So everyone is kind of focused, and there are no students who are not just studying at all. Everyone has to study, because everyone here is doing masters or PhD. So yes, this is the major thing I would say.
Okay, so thank you. So now, okay, can you share your learning techniques, or maybe a suggestion to study in maybe for just undergraduate student and also in the professional student?
All right. I don't think
but it's your experience, your technique.
Right. You see, what I usually do, most people might find it absurd. I usually start studying at night, after 9 p.m., 10 p.m., or even midnight, because it kind of, it's peaceful. Everyone's sleeping, even my roommates, and I have all the time to myself, you see, so there's no disturbance at all. So based on this, I would like to suggest students, especially the ones who are in undergraduate, because I've seen this a lot. When people are studying, they have their cell phones with themselves. They are also online on social media, and they are replying to the text from their friends. I would say whenever you start studying, keep your cell phone far away from you. Log out from all the social media on your laptop and just focus on the study. Just give 1 hour or 2 hours full of concentration to the studies, and it's gonna be very productive. So that's one thing. Secondly, do not procrastinate. Well, it's in the human nature, I would say, but a little is good, but too much, not so good. So yes, these are the two major things I would like to highlight. And yes, lastly, do not shy away from asking questions, because one thing that I have noticed is that people, well, it's good that they want to figure it out by themselves, but after a certain time, when they are not able to, they do not ask questions because they think it's kind of too late to ask the questions, and professor is gonna be like, where were you previously? So it's all right, give yourself some time, but if you do not understand something, it's better to ask the professor, because ultimately that's the reason you're going to the school, right? If you knew everything, you wouldn't be going to the school. So
sure. Okay, so I would like to ask more about maybe how you deal with the procrastination, because I think it's normally for us, for many students or maybe human nature to procrastinate, to be lazy. But how you deal with the procrastination? Could you share it, please?
I think I do procrastinate a little on purpose. You know why? Because it kind of helps me better on productivity. I become productive whenever I have this sort of stress for the work, you see. But it's different for everyone. So for people who do not want to procrastinate or want to overcome this habit, I would say that there is this thing that we do. We put off some things, like for example, if I have some work to do and I'm free right now, I'm gonna be like, let's just have this one episode of Friends or Big Bang Theory. It's gonna be just like 20 minutes and then I'll study after that. So after 20 minutes, I'm so excited to watch another episode, or my friend calls and he's like, hey, come over, we are having a party, or let's just play video games, or let's just go out to play volleyball or football. So things keep adding up. So I would say my father used to say this. He says that if you are able to if you have the time to do something, do it right now, because you do not know what will happen in the next few minutes. So if you have the time to yourself, just go in and do it.
Okay, so thank you. Just do it. So
yes, just do it.
Don't think about future. Just do it. Be in the present, right? Okay, so thank you. Now let's go to talk about your country, your Pakistan. How about your country? Maybe about your cultures, tourist places, and so on about Pakistan.
Right. So Pakistan is actually located in the Southeast Asia. Many people confuse it with the Middle East. No, it's not part of the Middle East. It's in Southeast Asia. The national language of Pakistan is Urdu, and it's the majority of the population is Muslim. It's the second largest Muslim country in the world after Indonesia. And we have minorities, namely Christians, Hindus, some Sikhs, and some other people. And yes, so it's in the Southeast Asia and it's located right on the equator. So what happens is it's spread across the latitude. So because of this, first of all, we have all the 4 seasons, summer, autumn, winter, spring. And in the south, we have the coastal line, the beaches, beautiful beaches. And in the north, we have the snowy top mountains. Those are one of the best places you are ever going to find in the world. And we have one of the second largest mountain peak, the K2. It's also located in Pakistan. And we have the desert, the third desert. It's also one of the largest desert, which is also used for agriculture. You see, so there have been irrigation techniques that we have used, and we have irrigated the third desert. Besides about the culture, so you see, Pakistan is basically, we do not have states, we have provinces. So there's Sindh, there's Balochistan, there's Punjab, there's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there's Gilgit-Baltistan, and there's Kashmir. So Punjab, the name comes from Punjab, which is the land of 5 rivers. So those 5 rivers, they actually form the backbone for this whole irrigation system. So the main production of Pakistan is basically agricultural goods. So that's one thing. Secondly, one of the cities in Pakistan, the Faisalabad, is the sporting hub of the world. It's I don't remember which World Cup, but one of the or two of the football World Cups, footballs, the Soccer World Cup footballs, they were manufactured in Faisalabad and they were sent over to the place that the World Cup was happening in. So yes, there is that. And well, people are hospitable, and well, it's not just the what would you say? All right, so there are urban cities. Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, is the second most beautiful places in the world. So if you ever have to come to Pakistan, just let me know. I have friends who have their travel agencies who lead excursions for people coming from abroad or even in Pakistan. So if you ever have the chance to come visit, just let me know and I'll hook you up with my friends, and they're gonna take you to all these amazing places.
Okay, good. Thank you. Maybe you send a link later.
Yes. Actually, I think I do have a presentation and some videos, so I'm gonna share them with you if you want.
Okay. Yes. Maybe send to me in the chat later. I will add
sure.
in the end of the video.
Definitely.
So thank you so much. So we almost finished all of our questions, but before we end the video, maybe you say about some tips or suggestion to the student, or maybe the student who interested in studying in the space engineering, or the student who are studying in the space engineering right now. What you want to say or give some suggestion to them?
I would start with the people who are looking forward to be space engineers, because I was the person who knew that I was either gonna be an aerospace engineer or I will join Pakistan Air Force. So I decided to come to aerospace engineering for certain reasons, and along each step I was told that space engineering doesn't have jobs. What are you gonna do, right? So I would like to tell people who want to be the space engineers or aerospace engineer, jobs, they do matter in a way, but don't let it be a factor. You are going to be able, so again, I'm going to quote my father. He says, there's always place at the top, right? So if you are good at something, you will definitely find something, right? So based on this, I would also like to emphasize to not waste your undergraduate and graduate studies. Have fun, but also study, because that's something that's going to take you to places, right? But do not just study, have fun as well, because it's kind of, you have to maintain the balance. And for people specifically in space engineering, well, yes, the job market is pretty tough, but there are opportunities that you may avail if you are here. For example, there are many startups. So we all know the famous Elon Musk, right? The SpaceX, but we cannot go there because you have to be the US citizen to go there. But there are many private startups, private companies in Singapore, even in Pakistan, in Europe, that do hire internationals. So if you are good at something, they are looking to hire fresh graduates who are good, and also they are this new company who's looking for motivated individuals. So you get a job and you get to experience what it's like to be a small startup, which will give you experience to have a startup of your own, maybe later in the future. So well, do not go with people, because most of the people, they are like, you're gonna get a job, you're gonna lead a nice and easy life, and it's gonna be fun, and well, nice and easy life is fun, but so is have a little bit of ambition as well. Always think ahead, but do not overthink, obviously.
Okay, thank you so much for your interview, for sharing your experience today. And this is really all of my question, all of this video. So, okay, I would like to say thank you very much to you again in the end.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the very best for the new year as well.
Okay, yes, Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Take care.